Hello, everyone. This is Phoenix Tremaine, and today we're going to be talking about James Burton, Steve Burton, and Ingo Rademacher. But first, if you haven't done so, please take a minute to subscribe. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Please hit that like button so YouTube knows good channel for soap fans. And now let's get into it because you also know about my membership, which hopefully you'll join. It's 2024. Give it a try. So, Steve Burton is coming back to General Hospital. It was announced last night on the General Hospital 60th anniversary special, where we got to see Steve Burton come out and reveal that, he's coming. But if you watch my video that I released previously about him leaving Days of Our Lives, I basically predicted he would be coming back to General Hospital. And I was correct. And one of the reasons why you may find this funny, but one of the reasons why I knew Steve Burton was coming back was because of this. That's right. Cameron Matheson. Um, I haven't seen today's episode, but what's going on with Drew? Drew went from being goody two shoes, Hallmark, Lifetime, Great American Family, goody two shoes Drew, to conspiring with Michael to make sure Ned doesn't get the reins at ELQ. And he also, just in the yesterday's episode, he told Nina he wanted to beat her up, but she was a woman, so he couldn't do that. And fans have been on fire on social media about that. That is not the Drew we remember. That is not uh the Drew that we even want. And then the preview for today's episode where he's telling Sam, she basically don't have a right to make decisions about their daughter. So I'm gonna call it early, but I don't know how much longer Cameron has left in his contract on General Hospital, because they actually, when a big star returns to a soap, they usually get rid of a bunch of people just to free up salaries. So with Steve Burton's return, I'm going to be keeping my eye out for how many people are going to get fired so that they can afford Steve Burton again. And right now, Drew is acting kind of crazy. And and we all know that when he comes back, Carly is going to want her man back, not his stand-in. And I know there's a lot of JSAM fans out there, but another thing people have been talking about online all day today is the still of Kelly looking like, help me, please save me from this. Are we really going down this road again? So yeah, I think that they are gonna go with the Carly Jason pairing, even if they tease a possible J Sam reunion. I don't think that's going to happen. Um, the other thing is, there's a lot of fans, and this is just fans wanting what fans want. There's a lot of people that want Liz and Jason back together. I actually was fine with Liz and Jason. They were a fine couple since Britt's gone. If they don't give us Carly and Jason, then I'll settle for Liz and Jason. But I do not want Kelly Monaco to be as miserable as she was before after what they did to Billy Miller. And yeah, it was rough to watch, even though some fans had them rose-colored glasses on and all they saw was their wonderful J Sam reunion, even though they were barely in any scenes together. But okay. Now we're going to move on to the next question. Once it was revealed that Steve Burton is back, then of course the murmurs began. Well, can Ingo come back? And a lot of folks are like, no. Why would you want Ingo to come back after everything that went down? Understandably, two things. Steve handled it way better than Ingo handled it as far as being fired because they didn't want to take the shot or whatever. No matter how you feel about that, okay. Steve, he left, he went to Days of Our Lives, and did what he had to do. Ingo sued Disney and General Hospital for his firing, and then he lost the lawsuit, and he's currently in the process of appealing that lawsuit, where he was talking about he gained weight, and it's because of them. His life isn't going the way he wanted to go. Blah blah blah. I did a video on that too, but he has released a statement where he says, "I say this because the news of Steve Burton coming back on the show was announced today, and a big congratulations to him. Also, a big thank you to General Hospital for proving me right. I know some of you are going to say, well, if you wouldn't have sued them, maybe you could have come back too." Yeah, let's have that conversation with Victoria Rao, because a lot of us want her back on Young and the Restless, but once they start suing, people get in their feelings and don't give us what we want. He also goes on to say, if you wouldn't have sued, then maybe you would have come back. But that's not true, because what we found out during discovery is that they were trying to figure out a way to fire me without getting sued, because they didn't like my political and social views. If you remember, one of the things he was doing was the character of Terry is a trans character, and he said some remarks about that was upsetting. There was some things about black people and racial politics, race, along with his political views and things like that, that a lot of people were like, okay, we need to get him out of here. Now, I know a lot of you, as long as he's hot, handsome, you can fantasize about him, or you agree with him, you want him back. But one of the things that these shows don't want, especially soap operas, it don't take much for them to fire you if you do something, that is socially, they don't, you know, I'm trying to say certain things because YouTube algorithm stuff, so I'm not going to get into it. We've already had these debates 2 years ago when they got fired. So you believe what you believe, you want what you want. And he says, finally, so now with me or not, do you believe in freedom of speech? Please watch the video full explanation. So, Ingo has a longer video where he discusses this on his Instagram. And so there you go. Ingo is still suing General Hospital. So if you expect Jack to come walking through that door anytime soon, um, they're in litigation right now. That's not happening. So Steve Burton, I could tell he was coming back, because it was weird. Because on Days of Our Lives, they filmed 6 months ahead. So for him to announce that he finished filming in December, I knew that they had to have been doing that for a reason, is because the special was about to come out, which making a reveal. Otherwise, they probably would have waited to the end of the 6 months to announce, his character was leaving the show, or however they're going to do it. But I also want to say that Steve Burton, what he officially said was, he's back to filming. And once you get into hair and makeup, you're on the set. This isn't something that could have been kept secret for a long time anyway. So back in my video where I talked about, they revealed there was going to be a surprise appearance at Bobby's memorial. And I said, I think it's either going to be Luke slash Anthony Gary, or it's going to be Steve Burton slash Jason. Some people said it's the actress that played BJ as an adult. But it wouldn't shock me if Steve is already filming. It wouldn't shock me if they filmed a quick appearance to show that he was alive, and then maybe if he doesn't come back during the memorial, maybe he'll come back during like February sweeps or something. And most likely will be back around February sweeps, because they said he's going to come early in the year, and they film about 30 days ahead. So whatever they're filming now is going to be shown in February. So I'm just giving you all the little details of how we figure this stuff out. But that's it. Let me know what you think. Are you upset that Ingo isn't coming back? Are you happy Ingo isn't coming back? Are you happy that Steve is coming back? Or are you like Kelly Monaco in this picture? Oh, because there's such a mixed response on social media right now where I've seen people just unhappy that Steve is back, just as much as I've seen people jumping up and down for joy and happy. And they're like, great, they got our guy back from that other show. So, yeah, we're going to have a 50-50 controversy. But I know one thing that no, I ain't going to say it because I ain't going to search y'all for nothing. But yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think about Steve's return and Ingo's still not being able to return. And I will see you in the next video.